Are we live?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Stop
Get off
reading
my
them.
phone.
Stop
I'm not.
reading
I
them.
didn't read. I didn't cheat.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I didn't cheat.
Hello,
I
hello,
didn't cheat.
hello. I'm going to get us going on Instagram.
Okay.
How you doing today, Rochelle?
I'm good. How are you? Someone's at the door.
Somebody's at the door.
Let me
Somebody's
see.
coming to visit us.
Oh.
We're at the online office, and somebody's coming to visit us. So, Rochelle, goodbye. Love you. We're just getting settled here. Thank you for joining us today. I'm hoping Rochelle will come back. Was that Frank?
It was Frank, and I almost didn't come back.
Thank you, Frank.
Yes, you're welcome.
Didn't Frank sound an awful lot like a girl?
Yeah.
All right. There we go. Now we're going live on Instagram, too.
We're fancy.
We're snazzy.
Yeah.
All right. So we're getting going. Sorry for the slow start.
Because it was your birthday yesterday.
It's my birthday. I'm a little slower, a little older.
Did you have a good
You know
birthday?
what? I did.
Good.
Because I have good friends,
Yeah,
and they
you do.
did a good job of loving on me and helping me with my day.
Okay.
No, and I will say I had to go to the DMV this morning because my driver's license expired on my birthday yesterday. And so I had this whole dream in my mind as I went to DMV that maybe I would be expedited because it was my birthday.
You're special. Just not that
I am
special to the DMV.
I am special, but nope. A little over an hour later, just to renew a license.
My favorite place.
No changes. Anyway, no changes but my weight.
Yeah.
I was like, no, this is true story. True story. You ever, I was looking at my driver's license weight. My driver's license, how long do they go? I don't know how long. Anyway.
5 years.
Anyway, it's literally, because we all lie about our weight on our driver's license. Is that just me? Am I the only one?
I'm sure you're
So, literally, I was looking at my old weight on my expired driver's license, and I thought, I don't think that's believable anymore. What's a new believable weight for my driver's license?
You're so funny.
Still not the right weight, but it's perhaps a little more believable. Is that terrible?
You'll get there.
Oh my gosh,
But you know
it's
lying
terrible.
is wrong.
Well, you know what I
No.
do
What
is
do
I
you do?
write my goal weight.
Good.
That by
That's
the end of the
that's
year,
how you justify
yes,
it.
it's not a lie. It's my goal. But at the same time, I tell them what color my hair is, and
that's not true either.
that's
It's
any
true,
given
yeah.
day what
Just
color my
depends.
hair is going to show up being.
Yeah.
So
It's
anyway,
it's okay. It was your
hey,
birthday.
we do have greetings from Uganda. Hello from
know.
Uganda. Thanks for joining us from Uganda. It's fun to hear from you guys. So
Always.
anyway, we are talking about the top 10 questions asked on Google by parents. And I intentionally did not tell Rochelle what they were today.
What's new? She never
No,
tells me.
actually, usually we show up and I just like to surprise her
And she's
to-
we're gonna talk about
to
this.
see what she knows. So today we're going to talk about the top
Thanks.
10 questions. And we're just going to ask you
Great.
to answer them because I thought that would be fun today.
Is there a prize? Is there, it's like this is a game show and I get a prize?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
I got to come up with it.
Okay.
I'll come up with it.
Okay.
I'll think of it. So top 10 questions. Actually, here is the deal. Here, true story, getting serious now. As I was looking at this, the top 10 questions asked if you have babies is very different than the top 10 questions you ask if you have
course.
elementary kids versus the top 10 questions you ask as a teenager. So we're actually going to take a couple of weeks on this topic. What I found, though, was the questions being asked about teenagers is actually, that list was actually heavy and crushing what parents are asking. I do think part of the problem with that, the telltale sign, is the questions being asked in the elementary years have nothing to do with what's being asked in the teenage years. And so I think to some extent we should and could be doing a better job with our kids but because often, kids don't come with the handbooks, and you're
No.
just dealing with what comes to you as
Right.
it goes. You're not thinking about how I'm parenting to
Sure.
teenagehood, how am I parenting to adulthood. And that's something that we've been really passionate about, is you always have to think
In the future.
future.
Who are they
How does
gonna
this
be?
impact the
Right.
future? And the problem is,
Right.
is when you have a baby, you are just trying to survive.
Yeah. I
Like
know.
there is no
You're the
future.
baby.
It's like the future is
It's right
bedtime
now.
tonight. The future is literally like my
Yeah.
dream and goal for the future when I have babies is
Get to bed.
when can I get to bed? Am I right, Megan? Megan, I see you joined us. I think I'm right on this. So
Yes, I didn't
um,
sleep for 5 years. So when my kids were babies, because I had some that didn't. One of them never slept in the
Yeah.
night.
yeah.
I get.
Yeah, so that question's very different. And then you get to elementary age, and those are the questions we're going to ask today because it cracks me up, because quite frankly, those are the things that we deal with at the school all the time. And then next week, we're going to talk about what are the most questions asked by teenagers. But even if you don't have a teenager, I would very much recommend that you join us, because I think there's things that we can be doing as our kids are
Absolutely.
younger
Right.
that will help them navigate the teenage years
Yeah.
so much better. I know for both you and I, while there were some tough times
Yeah.
in the parenting as teenagers, we both loved having teenagers.
Both my husband
yeah.
and I, we loved the
and
teenage
my
years.
husband and I very
we loved
much
all the stages.
Yeah,
but we really
we loved them all.
we
but
were told all the time, oh, but just wait
Right.
till they're teenagers.
and we disagree with that,
I
guys.
love that, because my husband would always say, "Oh, I can't wait till they're teenagers."
Yeah.
And yeah,
And the reality
Yeah.
is navigating that
Yes.
well, navigating that we believe you can have a great relationship with your kid.
Absolutely.
You don't
Yeah.
have to go through the my kid hates me
Right.
phase. You might have a day
right.
where they don't like you, but part of that again is what did you do when they were in elementary school?
Yes. Should be-
That helps
yeah.
you prepare
Yeah.
for high
And I
school.
think too, as parents, your kids are going to get there to be teenagers. So to start reading and educating and researching, asking parents
Yeah.
that you look at and you're like, man,
Mhm.
I love how your kids are, and asking them, what did you do? How did you do it? And just really, because it'll be here before you know it.
Yeah.
You'll have grandkids before you know
Totally true.
it. So, yeah.
Before I know it, Lauren Taylor. Okay, so with that said,
Okay.
we need your
Oh,
phone.
Oh, okay.
The number one question, and
Oh.
this like literally, I laughed out loud. We'll ask Rochelle and see if she knows the answer to this.
Okay. Let's see. You laughed out loud?
I did laugh out loud.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Okay.
The number one
Ask me.
question asked on Google if you have a child in the elementary ages is, why does my child keep getting lice?
Because they love their friends and they share things and they
it's
lay on each other's pillows and
It is
rugs
true.
and carpets.
literally
Yeah,
every year,
yeah,
you guys. Isn't
every
that
year.
crazy that
Yeah.
that is
That
the
is so
number one
funny.
question? We had the year from,
yeah.
I swear it was a plague of biblical proportion.
I agree. Yeah.
One year, there was just literally one year that stands out.
Yes.
Every year we get lice, not as in me.
Well,
But
she does.
yeah.
I'm always
No, every year there is a lice epidemic. Always
Yeah.
happens. As a parent, don't panic.
Every school. Yeah.
You're not dirty. Your kid's not dirty. Well, they kind of are, but it's
Actually, life's like clean hair
yeah.
better than dirty.
So there's a tip for you from Rochelle. Don't wash your
Don't
kids.
wash your hair.
No. So every year lice is a common thing. So from your great expertise, what do you do about that?
Tea tree oil.
Mm-hmm.
Tea tree oil helps. There's a lot of natural organic things you can put on your hair that I think eucalyptus or lemongrass. If you Google it, you'll find things that will prevent.
Honestly,
Yeah,
and lice
for
is
sure.
one of those
Yeah.
things. Again, if you get it, just get it treated. There's actually a site called, or a location in town called Lice to Know You.
Yes.
We would totally recommend just take your kid there,
Yep.
wash all of the bedding really
Yeah,
well,
for
wash
sure.
all
Wash
of the hair
anything
brushes.
that they've been
Yeah.
on. Do not share combs or brushes. the pillows.
Tip to the wise, if you get the note,
spray.
because all of us as schools kind of send home that
Yeah.
notice of, hey, there's a lice outbreak. That is your sign. If you have a kid with long hair, start wearing their hair up and get tea tree oil shampoos.
Yep.
You'll probably navigate it. If your kid didn't get it, you'll navigate it. Obviously, talking to them about not sharing hats, hairbrushes, yada yada. Yep. But lice happens every year. Isn't that bizarre that is like literally the number one?
That's
number 2 for elementary parents. Why does my kid keep getting strep throat?
Children. They share things just like rice. They share cups and straws.
Yeah.
They eat off of each, they cough in each other's face. You got to teach your kids young to, cover your mouth. And then sometimes if they're sent to school if they're sick and people don't keep them home, they're going to get it.
Yeah, and it is wash your hands. Teach your kids a constant habit of washing their hands. The other thing, though, on your child getting sick, and this is a really big one, is what are they thinking about? Because there's so much research. If you probably, if your child has high anxiety or they worry a lot or they stress out a lot, they're probably getting sick more often.
They'll have more headaches, more stomach aches than that.
Yeah.
Their immune system
is weakened.
And then they get everything that comes along.
So a lot of times, like honestly, in our home, we're always saying we don't get sick. Yeah. We don't get sick. But we wash our hands frequently.
And that's key. Washing your hands.
It's key.
Yeah, for sure.
Good sleep. Immunity. Good sleep.
Oh, yeah.
Helps with the immunity. Okay. There's a lot you can talk to your doctor about. I did find it interesting, though, that most elementary parents are dealing with the physical health element, or the toddler ages are dealing with behavioral.
Oh, yeah.
And then at the teenage level, then they're dealing with some really heavy hitting stuff.
More emotional.
When your kids are in elementary years, I'm kind of bummed that these were the top 10 questions because I thought I Googled a number. I'm sure it depends on which source you use. But really asking the question of how am I preparing my child for teenagehood? How am I building a relationship? Your relationship with your child needs to be developed in their elementary years if you're going to navigate teenage years well.
For sure.
Okay.
Yep.
And by that, we don't mean you're your child's best friend.
You set boundaries. You love them unconditionally, but you set boundaries.
You set boundaries, and you make
give them clear expectations.
And making sure that, I think a lot of times as mamas, we slide into the category of our kid is like, I want this, I need that, and the mom is quick to snap to it. We've both seen a lot of this where moms are quick to snap to, or a child speaks to their mom in a super
disrespectful.
If your kid's in elementary school speaking disrespectfully to you, that's the time to fix it.
Yep.
Fix it in elementary school. Fix it. Those are years. And we can talk these aren't even on the questions, but we can those are things that we can talk about, but those are definitely things. Make sure that as an adult, you are teaching your child how to honor and respect, have a culture of honor in your home.
Yes.
Mom to dad, dad to mom, and kid to parent, and parent to kid.
Yes.
All right. Those are freebies. Those aren't even on your questions because I think there should be better questions.
I do too.
Why does my child have nosebleeds? Ooh, I don't know the answers.
A lot of times could be from allergies. It could be from the weather's too dry, or and then all of a sudden they're like,
Rochelle is right because she's smart like that.
Well,
yeah.
I get a prize.
Having a humidifier
is really
in the room.
Good to have. Yeah.
Good.
In the room to help that.
We're going to skip over to that one. Why does my child keep getting pink eye?
Oh, same thing. They scratch their eyes, they get the pink eye, and then they share it, and then whatever they touch,
rub it
they
on
don't
the
wash
eye.
their hands, and then they touch everything, the door handles, the chairs, the pencil sharpener. Yes.
All right. Why does my child have a fever?
They're sick.
I know. I'm reading the questions. I didn't say these were good questions. I'm simply reading the questions. I know, is that number 6? Why does my child keep getting ringworm?
No, take a bath.
No, okay, ringworm is a dirty thing.
Yeah.
Ringworm is something to be washing. My top question to you is, do you like owls? Michael.
That's a trick question.
I feel like there's a trick question there,
Yeah.
so we're just going to disregard that question. But if you want to talk parenting, we will talk with you about that. Let's see. These are the questions, people. I'm not making them up. Why does my child pee the bed? This one's tough. Mm-hmm.
That's a tough one, but there are a few reasons. One, it's a hormonal issue is what it is. And another one is, if they dream they're going to the bathroom, a lot of times they'll just go to the bathroom. If you give them too many liquids at night, they don't go to the bathroom. But it is there are kids who will wet the bed till they're 6, 7, 8 years old, and it is a hormonal issue.
So the number one reason, 15% of kids still wet the bed after 6, and hormonal. A lot of times it's hereditary. There is medication though. If you have a child doing that, there's definitely medication available to you, and so we would recommend talking to your pediatrician because that is a legit thing. All right. Why does my child destroy things?
Because they just want to have fun. Kids just want to have fun.
All right.
They're experimenting, they're playing.
Keep talking.
Oh, well, I don't know. I think it's their creative curiosity, unless they have anger issues and they're, destroying their sister's toy because they're mad or something. So.
All right. Yes. And I think that a lot of kids are just taking stuff apart because they're curious. Yeah. That's a curiosity thing.
And it's not necessarily a bad thing, but if they are angry, then that's when you have to deal with that. Yeah.
And number 10, and this kind of hurts my heart that this is the number 10 question asked on Google for parents of elementary age. Why does my child hate me?
I think they don't actually hate you.
Right.
They say that because that's the word that they know to articulate their anger. And I think children are so young and childlike behavior, they don't like being told no. Like, why are you telling me no?
Right.
And they take it personally. You hate me because you're not letting me stay up late, or you're not letting me do this, that, or the other thing. And really, it's not, they don't hate you. It's they don't like to be told no. And a lot of times they're angry. They don't know how to articulate it.
Right. No, and that's really true. And again, remember your parenting too. So it isn't just about correcting them, stopping them from saying that. It's absolutely about helping
questions and finding out what's behind that behavior. Why are they feeling? There's something going on. They're feeling that.
And teaching them what's appropriate when they're feeling that way. Exactly. Like it isn't ever appropriate. To talk to a parent and say that they hate them.
Right.
So I can see we have some guys that decided that this is a good place. You guys need to find your own place to go talk, but thanks for trying to hang out with us today. I'm not even reading these. I'll just hide them. Yeah. Okay. No, they're not worth our space.
Yeah. Those come up every once in a while.
They do. I know. People with nothing better to do with their life. But thank you. All right. So. All right. Being very serious, we just recommend that in your elementary years is definitely the time to be. These were funny questions in my mind because they're call your pediatrician. Your pediatrician can help you with. But you really the number one thing we would tell you as an elementary parent is making sure your main concern is over their emotional, mental health and well-being and their ability to build relationships.
Absolutely. And that starts out from the time they're babies.
Yeah.
It really does. Just fostering that love and and trust, that they know they can trust you.
Yep. So with that,
so next week it's elementary.
No, next week we're talking about teenagers. and making sure that, but if you don't have a teenager, we recommend you joining us, because we're going to talk about, if you have elementary kids, these are the ways this may play out in elementary. You may see signs of this.
Sure.
So with that said, you guys, thank you for joining us today. Well, thank some of you for joining us today. Thank our friends for joining us today. We sure appreciate you, and we will be blessed. We'll see you here next week.
Bye.
Bye.